In this screencast, you will learn all about an app called Our Story. I first came across this app in the spring of 2018, and it has been one of my main go-to resources. I've also shown how to do this to many students, and I will continue to do so in my high school library. It's absolutely wonderful, and everyone who has seen it has been absolutely amazed with it. So it's housed under a site called diversebooks.org, and that's really the purpose of this app, is to get diverse books into readers' hands. This is for kids, for parents, for educators, and for librarians. It's for recreational reading, it's for professional reading, it's just kind of everything that you're looking for in one really amazing resource. It is free, so that's an extra bonus, and it's actually very easy to use. So when you get to the site, you can click on Join Now. You have three different options. You have the kids, the teen, and the pro version. Because I'm a high school librarian, I will go with the Our Story teen version, launch in my browser. Because I've been here many times, it automatically goes to this page, but it would ask me to link with Google. So because I've already done that, it skips over that because now it remembers me, and you can see in the upper right-hand corner that I'm logged in. Where we're going to look is the bottom left corner with the Explore button here. So what this app does is it generates a list of books based on the categories that I tell it that I need. So you could use this for an assignment, you could use this for recreational reading, you can use this to build your library collection. It's just, the possibilities are endless, and I've just been super amazed with it. So basically what happens is there are 5 questions that it asks. You have to answer at least one, and it will generate the list. You can skip any, you can choose multiple options with each question, you can go back and change. It's really user-friendly. So the first question that is asking is for the reading level that I'm interested in. Again, because I'm a 912 library media specialist, I will go for young adult, but I will also choose adult for teens. So again, you can choose as many categories as you want. If you change your mind, you can always click a category to take it away. So green means is basically what it's looking for. At this point, because I've answered one question, I could skip all of the rest of these, and I could go to the finish button here on the bottom. However, I can broaden or narrow my focus with what I click on now. And again, I can choose as many as I want. So the second question that it asks is looking for the genres that I'm interested in. So I can click as many as I want. They can all be very different. This is just going to make my list much larger. Again, if I decide that I don't want something, I can click it and it goes away. So let's take the play and the script away just for example purposes here. And I can click next. Again, I could finish if I want to, but I still want to put some more categories toward the books. So with the identities and experiences, they give you a few options here, but once you click on one of the options, it actually opens up many more doors. So I have a personal interest with mental illness, and I could select all of these, or I could select individual ones. I am very interested in PTSD, so I'll click next. And then I can decide what kind of story elements I want. So at this point, again, I could click finish and skip all of this, and it would generate my list for me. But maybe I want to say specifically I want animals, because I have a personal interest in using horses with PTSD. So when I click next, what it's doing is it's going to find books that fit with the categories. So there was a little blip on the screen that said it couldn't find anything. So specifically my picks, it's not giving me any hits, but I do get partial matches. So what's happening is it's taking some of the categories that I clicked on and it's finding books that fit those, but there was nothing that fit exactly all of my categories that I clicked. So when you scroll down, there's a list of books, and it thinks, and it gives you more books, and thinks, and gives you more books. And basically, there's not really an end to this list at all. So we'll scroll back up to the first book. So what we see here, we see the cover, we see the author. We also get a publisher summary, which is really nice. Once in a while, this back arrow, which sends us back to switch our categories, gets a little bit funny. It can be a little bit fussy. So when I click down here at more, I want to make sure that it's actually giving me more. And now I have the entire summary, which is really nice. This is the book information button. So basically what we see on the screen here is the book information. This option here shows me reviews. There are some good read reviews on the books. There are some books that don't have any reviews as well. I have yet to come across a school library journal review, but it's there as an option, so I'm wondering if eventually they will team. One word of caution about the Goodreads. I have come across a few reviews that had some explicit wording in them and that they would not be appropriate for a school situation. So if you're going to show a book to a student or to a class, you might just want to check what the reviews are first. So at this point, I can use the back arrow, and again, it takes me back to the summary. I can use the back arrow again, and now I can start changing my categories, and it will give me another list as well. So what I've used this resource for is to basically see books that would fit for an assignment for a specific class. I've also used it for, what kind of books do I want to build in my collection, and this is my go-to source. I don't typically add books to a cart because I don't want to buy them via this resource because I have my own resources. But basically it's like a really nice way to summarize books and find out about them without having to pay for them, because now I can go to the company that I use and I can order these books and I feel like I've previewed them a little bit. So this is my screencast on Our Story. It's very simple to use and it creates an amazing list for reading. I hope you enjoy your time with Our Story.